Hello little tadpoles, welcome to the Tea Pond. I'm Willow.
And I'm Violet.
And today we're going to be getting into the introductory topics like who we are, how we met, where we're from, and what we're planning on doing in the near future.
You guys at home can even add some suggestions. You could talk to us in our Discord with the link in the description below, or you can even add us on our Instagram at tpond0424.
Be sure to get comfortable, get a snack, and get something to drink. Strap in for the enchanting conversations at the Tea Pond.
So both Willow and I are from Pennsylvania. I'm a female and I would prefer to go by she, they. I grew up in a British and Irish household with only one older sibling. Growing up, I remember eating chicken nuggets with mac and cheese and just watching cartoons on the weekends with my family because that was our time to relax.
They're hard workers.
Hard workers.
Hell yeah.
Hard workers for the chicken nuggies.
We gotta work hard to get money for the chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Pay the internet bill. I am also a female and I go by she, they pronouns. I grew up in an Irish and Puerto Rican household with two older brothers, so I'm also the youngest. While growing up, I remember climbing trees with my brothers and kicking each other off the branches to race to the top. That was our favorite game when we were younger. I still remember, actually, I got kicked so hard in the ribs that I had to get stitches. About it was 30 something stitches because I had a branch stuck in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It sounds really bad, but in reality it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Oh, I just got impaled, but it's not that bad. I'm fine. I'll walk it off.
It's not that I didn't get impaled, that's the thing. Yeah, it's scratched, but it scratched deep enough to cause stitches.
Oh, okay. I thought it
No.
just went inside you. I was like, Jesus Christ.
No, it didn't impale me or anything. But yeah, I went into the hospital and they kind of asked me how it happened. And instead of crying like a normal child would, I kind of just sat there. I was like, my brother kicked me off a tree. I was that kid. I barely cried. Even when I was in pain, I always made jokes about it. It was fun though.
I'm a huge baby. I'll sob if I'm just in the tiniest bit of pain.
I picture you having to be pinned down to get a needle. Yeah,
I
that
hide
kid.
my face in my mom's arm, so till this day I'm grown ass age, so she can prick me with the needle. It's I don't like needles.
I feel no, even with needles, I had a needle in my thigh. I had one in my back. I had one on my arms, on the wrists part, the IVs.
Oh, IV, okay.
Yeah, the IV ones. I even had needles in my gums at the dentist. It doesn't affect me. If I close my eyes, I don't feel it. It's so weird. I don't know. It was kind of interesting how we met as well. Didn't it start in middle school?
Yeah, it started in middle school, and I saw you reading this manga, and I was like, oh my god, we're gonna be best friends because me and you both like manga. The most funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I was reading Food Wars.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. And I was actually at the part where she was trying something with squid in it or octopus or whatever. Again, if you know, you know. I showed her the manga and I told her, hey, do not flip the page because I knew the next page showed some explicit scenes.
And I was like, I'm not gonna listen to you. I should have listened.
Yeah. I ruined her innocence as well. Her innocence was gone that day.
I was just like, oh, what's this anime called?
It's a really good anime.
Later on, I did end up watching that anime.
You don't have to go to the mic. You guys just got up close and personal with Violet.
People get disconnected.
Moi.
Up close and personal.
Give y'all a little kiss. Moi.
Give y'all a little kiss. Little French kiss. But yeah, after that, I think we just kind of stuck to each other.
Yeah, just stuck to each other's sides because we were like, hey, I like you.
It's
Yeah, I like you too. We're gonna be besties.
Well, no, she actually basically adopted me. She basically adopted me as an introvert person. She's more extroverted than I am.
Yeah,
but
I'm oh hi.
but we're both introverts.
Yeah.
That's weird. She's an extroverted introvert.
Yeah, like I'm really talkative, but in like crowded spaces, I'm like immediate shutdown.
What is that called? Ambivert.
Ambivert. I'm an
You're an
ambivert.
ambivert.
Yeah.
I'm just introvert. I don't like any new people at all. It's okay though. It's okay though. I try.
We try, y'all. That's what's important.
That's all important if you try. It was also funny too how we got into more mangas that we read and watched at the time, and how it was like a compare and contrast. I was really into Food Wars, Tokyo Ghoul, Attack on Titan at the time. I think we bonded over Attack on Titan.
Yeah, like they were into all the blood, guts, war. I'm over here like, hey, look at this cute little anime. It's about cats and bananas.
I remember you showed me what is that? What was that one anime? It was like a wholesome anime. I don't want to say Glitter Force. It wasn't Glitter Force.
It was either Sailor Moon or Bananya.
Bananya. Because
Yeah.
I've been watching Sailor Moon, so like.
It was Bananya. I was like, hey, look, it's cats and bananas. I'm not gonna watch. Give me the link to this anime.
Yeah, I genuinely went from I'm too hardcore for watching animes like that to like secretly going up to her and saying like, hey, you have any more like
You have any more
wholesome?
cutesy?
Yeah. And then I got into Your Lie in April.
Oh, I'm sorry for introducing you to that.
You didn't introduce me to that. That was when I did my own studies,
Oh,
and I tried to like find an anime on my own, and that's what came up. And I was like, oh,
was
cool,
just
an
like
anime
the
about
next
music,
game,
and
so-
anime about yeah, like an anime about love and music. The slice of life. It sounds like right up my alley.
Most depressing anime we've ever watched together.
Yeah, I remember that was the first time she actually ever saw me cry to like an anime.
Yeah.
It was so weird because it's like I was so quiet about it too. Like she's like, "Hey, Willow, you good?" Yeah, you just hear me in the corner.
Like I'm over there,
Fine.
tears. Like
You
I
blind.
did my mascara that day, so it was all over my face.
It's
just like,
Don't
oh, are
worry,
you
my
okay?
cheese.
Are you okay? Are you?
No, I was trying to be tough guy. I was like, "Oh, no, I'm fine. Are you good?"
Just as like I see tears streaming down your face.
I've always been like the tough. I
Yeah,
gotta be
like I'm
tough.
too tough to cry.
I'm too tough to cry. I'm too cool for school.
There's a
Type.
VIP.
And then I think I showed you a silent voice because I was like, oh my god, it's about like, oh, this girl's getting bullied and her love interest is gonna save her. Oh my god, it was so depressing.
I really liked Silent Voice. I didn't cry for Silent Voice, but I really did enjoy it, and I would actually watch it again.
Yeah, if you like sad like love story animes, watch A Silent Voice and watch Your Lie in April. That's pretty good.
That's weird because I've actually noticed, yes, I do watch a lot of horror, gore anime,
Yeah.
but I really do enjoy slice of life. Like, I will gladly sit down and watch a slice of life, like romance.
I got disconnected.
Even like a rom-com or something.
Rom-coms, I love rom-coms if they're done correctly.
It depends.
Yeah.
I also really like, there was this one anime that I was watching, and Magical Girl Sight.
Oh my god.
And it's very interesting. These girls have basically, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen anime and you want to, skip ahead. But it's basically about this group of girls who's been through basically hell their whole life.
Like hell and back.
And this magical website reaches out to them. They're like, hey, you've been through hell. Here's a magical, they call it stick. But it's not a stick. It's like an item. Like the one girl has like a watch. She could freeze time. Another
Ooh.
girl has like a gun, and whoever shoots with the gun, she can teleport to different locations. Like that she thinks of.
Screw you, I want to go to Mexico. Boom.
Yeah, basically. It's like and this one girl as well. She has like a yo-yo, and she just like it's like the yo-yo is as sharp as razor blade. She can.
I
Like,
think
cut
I know
people.
what you're talking about too. Like I think me and you've watched it together. I just can't remember.
I haven't watched it with you. I actually watched it with my boyfriend
Oh.
before. Yeah, before me and him got together. That was actually the anime that we watched together.
As like a little bonding moment.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool though. It was weird. This one scene where this one girl, she is trans,
Ooh.
so she was born a man, but her magical stick is panties. And whenever she wears the panties, she can manipulate guys into doing whatever she says. And it's so weird, and it's so, like, it's so outlandish.
Just like, oh, what's your weapon? I can shoot people, go wherever I want. My yo-yo sharp. Oh, that's cool. I got magical panties.
Yeah, it's just, I have magical underwear. Oh, okay.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Even though, like, all of that was cool, like, about the anime stuff, do you
Yeah.
remember how, well, speaking of, like, the whole trans issue.
Yeah. I
How-
remember.
Do you remember how you came out?
Yeah. I came out to my mom and I was like, you know, like coming out on its own is really scary because you don't know how your parents will take it. And I remember my mom was completely accepting of it, and she even told me that she knew. So I was like, oh, wow, okay, cool. Later on, she calls Willow and she's like, hey, you want to know something cool about Violet? And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she called me and she's like, hey, you want to know something cool about your friend? She's twisted. It's like, what do you mean twisted? Is she okay mentally? She's like, she's circular.
Circular.
At least she says all these different phrases
Like-
I've never heard of before. She's like, she's circular. She's rounded. She's twisted. She's not straight. When she said she's not straight, I kind of knew what she was trying to say, but at that time it was too funny to stop.
She's not straight. I remember just like sitting back, just like, Mom, please stop.
Yeah, she's like, she's a rainbow baby. And from then I turned around and I was like, I'm sorry, you can't have kids no more. I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, thinking she meant,
Thinking like I was a miracle or something.
thinking like an actual rainbow baby, like the actual definition of rainbow baby. But no, she's like, no, she's part of the LMNOP people. That's- It took me a hot minute to realize LMNOP people. She was trying to say LGBT.
One of them, and I was like, all right, wait,
It's so bad. It's so
you're gonna get me
horrible.
canceled. Stop it.
It's not canceled. It was so funny though. Because
Yeah.
your mom meant it in the best way possible. She's like, hey, support your friend type situation.
Yeah, like, hey, your friend is pretty cool.
Yeah, like, hey, your friend is not straight.
said
It's
she's
like,
trying
okay.
to be a
I already knew that. I already knew Violet was not straight from the get-go. But I didn't mention anything about it because I don't care. I'm not straight either.
Yeah, it was kind of
But-
just like, because it would be like awkward for you to just call me like, are you gay? What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, you don't really know how to ask someone that without coming off as rude.
Like, yeah,
You
without
are.
coming off as rude or
That's the
disrespectful.
best thing you could do.
And it was funny too because when I said me too, I actually did not come out to anyone at that moment. That was actually also my coming out moment because I said, yeah, me too.
And no, my mom's like, oh, that's so good. You guys are getting together just fine.
Yeah, she thought that me and you were going to end up together, like romantically.
Oh my
She thought that me and you were
God.
going to end up romantically. I never looked at Violet in that aspect. She's
Nor
always
have
been
I.
like a sibling, not.
What the heck is that?
It's so weird. But when I came out to my family, even now, if I turn around, I'm like, I like both men and women. They'd be like, no, you don't.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, basically just nuh-uh. It's like, huh?
Pull out the nuh-uh card.
Yeah, when I told my mom about it, God rest her soul, she would turn around and be like, no, you're not. You're just confused. Like, okay. I came out when I was
Oh, boy.
14, by the way. I've known that I've had an attraction to women when I was 12.
12?
Ish.
I didn't know until I was like 13.
I noticed I started being more attracted towards women when I was like 12.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, she's pretty. Wait a minute.
Well, it wasn't just, oh, she's pretty. It started off as, oh, she's pretty, and then it went into,
Like, it blossomed.
yeah, then it turned into, I want to date her. Like, why do I want to date her? Shouldn't I like him?
Like, shouldn't I like a he, not a she, her?
It was so weird. Especially my first ever girlfriend as well was at middle school.
Till this day, I still want to fight her because she was so mean to me.
She wasn't just mean to you, she was mean to me as well. Like, she thought I was, because I changed my perfume, she thought I was cheating on her.
Yeah, because they had like this really sweet like floral perfume, and then suddenly changed this like a Hershey perfume.
I didn't suddenly change it either. The Hershey perfume was actually a gift from my uncle from Christmas.
Yeah, and like it would be disrespectful for you to just not accept it.
Yeah, and to not use it. So the following week, I would use the Hershey's perfume. That Hershey's perfume caused me so much drama as well. Not just my girlfriend at the time claiming I cheated on her. They thought I was vaping.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they thought they were vaping. I'm over here like, but I never seen a pen in their hand. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I never. Well, I did vape at one point.
Yeah,
but it was not around that time frame. I didn't start vaping until like years later after that.
Let's see.
I think I remember one time she accused me because she's like, "Are you with my partner? What are you on? I want what you're on."
She's somewhat my ex, by the way, not me.
Yeah. Like, they got so mad, and Willow ended up breaking up with them when she was like, "You gotta stay away from my girlfriend," misgendering them. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I turned around and I was like, first off, not girlfriend, partner. Secondly, yeah, and not partner no more.
Like,
And just walked
yeah,
away. It hurt. I'm not gonna lie, it did hurt because I did actually have some sort of feeling towards her. Somehow, some magical way, shape, or form. I don't know how, but I did like her. She wasn't always that mean. She did have like a soft side to her, but it didn't show until we were in private. It was so weird. She was like, when we were in public, she didn't want to show that she was with me.
Yeah, and that's what I always thought was weird. I'm like, huh.
Come to find out, she wasn't just with me. She was also with like 3 other dudes from our grade as well. That's also why.
Oh my god.
I thought it was because she didn't come out yet. That's why I didn't say nothing about it at first.
Figure it out.
So I was like, all right, whatever. You know, you come out when you want to. I get it. It's hard.
Yeah, like it's hard to say, hey, I like women.
Especially since her father was the pastor of the church at the time.
Yeah,
and he
like,
was really strict on stuff like that.
And
so,
like our school wasn't accepting of like, you know, LGBTQ. So
at the time.
Yeah, at the time. So like you had to keep that hidden, or like you would have gotten ridiculed, like pushed down the stairs and all that.
I remember people calling me, people thought I was trans because I would dress masculinely a lot.
So they would call you the slur for it.
Not just that, they would call me like he, she. For those of you who know what this is, people would call me futa a lot. Yeah.
Ew.
It was not fun.
You guys could not see, but I just made the most like disgusting face. Ugh.
That they heard. They heard. It's interesting. But yeah, even now, still my family still pulls out the nuh-uh card.
Nuh-uh. Just imagine like you're under arrest. Nuh-uh. Well that damn chief, what do we do now?
Well, it's the older people in my family, like my grandmother and my aunts and uncles.
Yes, there's the ones we like to say they're stuck in the past.
Yeah, but I do have aunts and uncles that are like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
My one cousin knows, and she's like, oh, cool, just be safe about it. Don't do anything stupid.
Yeah. That's the same thing. It's like, oh, well,
Love
rules.
my cousin.
It's like, well, rules still apply. If you're going to do action, use protection.
Yeah, like be smart about it.
Yeah, if you're gonna do stuff to have protection, you can still get diseases even if you're with same sex, stuff like that.
That's also a PSA to y'all. Be smart.
Be smart. Don't be stupid like us.
Yeah. don't do stupid stuff like we do.
Well, that's just admitting that we do.
Yeah. Hey. We're gonna have to cut that out.
No, not really. We're fine.
We're fine.
We're okay. We don't. Anyways.
Yeah. I think one time, my one ex-best friend, she outed me to like the entire school, and that was horrible because like this one lovely person was always like, you know, you can't just like women. I'm like, what? Huh? What do you mean? You can't just sit here and tell me what I can and cannot do, you know?
She was interesting.
She was a very interesting specimen.
I remember, one time, someone reported me to the counselor and saying that my very existence was offending them or triggering them somehow.
Yeah.
Because it was okay. Let me start from the beginning because this started in the middle of it. Me and this person did not get along since like second grade, and we've gone to the same schools since second grade, all the way up to high school. And me and her got into multiple fights when we were younger, but we were put in the same class at one point. And she reported me to the counselor. She's like, "Hey, I don't feel safe with her in the classroom. I know that she is gay. She looks at me weird. She tries flirting with me, stuff like that." Like, she actually blamed me for trying to flirt with her.
I think she was just in denial. Like, if you really think about it, she was probably just like, I can't let them know that I find women attractive.
It was so weird because I go to the counselor's office. She's like, even the counselor knew the counselor knew. Yeah, the counselor knew. She was like, "Hey, listen, we got a report on you. I bet you already know who it is, but do you find women attractive?" And I turned around, I was like, "Yeah, I do." Like, I admitted to it. And she's like, "Oh, so you were flirting with women?" And I'm like, "No, I don't flirt with. I don't actively go out and
like, hey, baby girl." Like,
yeah.
No.
People actually felt uncomfortable with me being in the locker rooms during gym as well because of that.
Me too, because like I said, my ex-friend was just like, "Hey, let me out Violet for no reason." Man, what did I do?
It was so weird. Even now, like, you look back and you think of it like as a goofy, like, oh, haha, funny.
Yeah, like,
but in that time frame, it was like you wanted to cry.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, what the heck, man?
And it's okay now. Now, past isn't past.
Yeah, like, it's in the past. But yeah, it was absolute hell.
Going off of, like, yeah, we had a lot of bad experiences in school when it comes to being part of LGBT.
Yeah.
And we also had, like, bad experiences with school in general just because.
Yeah, just because, like, the teachers would just be like, who are the two students I can twerk? Those two.
Well, I also had a IEP, and for those of you who don't know what an IEP is, it's an independent learning program, or independent educational program. It's called. That's what IEP stands for, and it's because I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was younger, and I went undiagnosed for a while. So, like, sometimes the teacher would have to come to my desk privately and, like, have to explain it in a different way.
Yeah.
Or, like, have to show me how to do it.
I remember actively you'd be, like, so annoyed by it because you're like, I'm not 5.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't. I felt I didn't need it, but apparently, whoever wrote the IEP for me felt I needed it. So my mom and administrators.
Yeah. I hate the administrators.
Yeah. So the teacher would come up to me privately and, you know, do that. But I had this one teacher in particular. I had little to no issues with it until high school when I had this one teacher. And you know what? Because she outed my privacy, screw your privacy, Miss Fruit.
Miss Fruit.
Fruit.
I'll still never, like, forget that. You saw a man, William Fruit or whatever, just, I want to marry that man.
What are you on about?
Was she not married?
She was, but I think she was, like, widowed. She was old. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going there.
She was old. She was like, oh god, like 50-something, 60-something.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but she saw my IEP and she's like, "Okay, class, everyone turn to this page." She turns to me, she's like, "Not you, you turn to this page." And I was wondering, like, okay, maybe it's the same work, just written differently or something.
Yeah, like, written in a way you can understand it.
Yeah, no, it was like second grade work, and I was in, what class was it? It was like AP Geometry. Advanced Placement Geometry.
Oh my god.
I was already set in an advanced placement classroom. You really think I can't comprehend it?
Yeah, just like, okay, everyone, I need you to find pi. Okay, Willow, what is 1 + 3?
Basically, that's what the work she gave me was. It was like, okay, everyone, like, find the square root of this, that, and third. And I'm sitting here, I already found the square root of what she asked for, so I'm getting ready to give her the answer. She's like, okay, what is 5 divided by? I'm like,
I would have been so mad.
A lot of people were like, why are you complaining about that? Because that's the easy grade. But it's annoying. I hate when people look down on me because they think that I'm stupid.
Yeah.
She clearly didn't even bother reading the IEP either. Because when she called me out like that, she clearly turned around and was like, oh yeah, since she can't comprehend the rest of it, she's going to be on the, like, she vocally, like, outright said, hey.
Oh, this one is stupid.
Yeah, basically, like, professionally called me stupid.
Like, what is... I think I remember also we had issues with the dean, especially Mr. A. Screw you if you are watching this, by the way. I'll never forgive you for what you did.
Okay, Mr. A, we're just going to keep it at that.
Yes.
He really didn't do too bad to where it's like... It seems like he was just a dude that didn't have any female figures growing up. So he just didn't know what female products were.
Yeah, and I remember one time I was like, dang, I have to go to the bathroom for women issues, and like, he like stopped me. I was like, excuse me, ma'am, we gotta go check your bag, okay? I was just like, what do you mean?
Why do you make it sound like Mr. Mackey? You made it feel like South Park. Okay.
I was like, why do you need to check my bag?
Okay, there might be seafood.
He said it was pixie dust, the special pixie dust. I was like, how can I sneak the special pixie dust in school, no less? He was like, we just gotta check.
Just say substances. Like, he thought it was substances.
Yeah, he thought it was like substances, and I was like, dude, I can't even take like my iron meds. What makes you think I could like bring that in school?
Yeah.
He opened the entire thing and was like, what's this? It's a pad.
I would bring tampons and stuff for people who needed them because I didn't use them, but like if I had a friend that did.
I think I remember texting you, hey, can you like bring a tampon?
Yeah.
Mr. A just opened the pad. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I remember, and I was like, I can't have my phone out in class, but I'm like, I was a good kid. I was a good kid, bad kid.
Yeah.
So I had that good kid reputation, but I did because of that. I got away with some stuff. So I had the phone under the desk playing Subway Surfer, and I just see your notification come up. Like, hey, can you sneak to the bathroom real quick? Yeah, Mr. A just opened all of my pads thinking they were interesting substances. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, he did the same thing to me, though.
Yeah, I remember you, like, then it was, like, my turn to just sneak down and give you something.
Yeah, he did the same thing to me, though. He opened all of the tampons. He's like, oh, these are smoking devices. I'm not going to say that on here, but yeah, these are smoking devices. I know what these are. I'm like, do you now? Do you really?
Do you even have a wife, good sir?
He did. He was not married. He even said that too. He's not married or anything.
Yeah, like he said, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have a wife, but I know these are bad. I know this is some type of substance.
I wonder why you don't have anyone.
I'm like, yeah, I wonder why. Your girlfriend just goes to the bathroom, you're gonna kick down the door, just call the FBI on her?
Why are you putting that smoking substance up in the no square?
You can't do that.
You can't do that. How dare you?
No, oh my god, Mr. A was such an interesting one.
But when we got sent down to the but I don't know why they never really sent us to another dean. They always sent us to the counselor.
Yeah.
I think the counselor was also the dean.
Because he's seen us as like the bad kids, but everyone else is like good kids, good little angels.
Yeah, like at the school though, they had these like, I don't know if any other school does this, like the star students.
Yeah.
In elementary school it was the star students, and then in middle school it was called the Wildcats. Where
I was a wildcat.
Yeah, I was also a wildcat. So it was like the really good kids, basically like the teacher's pet kind of kids.
Yeah.
Was in this like fan club, not fan club, but like this club
Yeah, they called it a fan club though.
They did. They called it like the I'm not gonna give the name of the school.
Yeah.
But they called it like the middle school fan club.
I was like, what the?
It was so weird. It was interesting. I hope you know, whatever you're writing, I cannot read your handwriting.
Oh.
Violet
has bad handwriting.
It's canon. It's not
Yep.
canon. Vanny.
Vanny!
Violet's handwriting is
atrocious.
yeah. But even with the after school programs, even the after school programs were pretty fun though.
I remember all the time we'd get like free pizza.
Yeah, like cause we were in the girls' club, weren't we?
Yeah, we were in the girls' club. I remember that also got like, you know, we can't do that anymore because apparently it was
discriminatory.
yeah, it's discriminatory and like segregative.
Yeah, because there was a guys' club and there was a girls' club, and then they had a separate club for people who were LGBT as all as well. But that didn't start until after I left.
Yeah,
So
I was so upset. I was
didn't
just
do
like,
that.
dang, Willow
Yeah.
would have loved this.
I am a grade above. Well, I was a grade above Violet. I'm not in school anymore, but yeah.
And like, I think I remember one time it was in like the girls' club. There was so much drama in it.
That's all it was. It was just girls getting together to gossip.
Yeah, like I remember they would always like tell me like how teachers would actively hook up, and I was like, oh my god, it would make sense on why the two teachers were in like such a happy mood while everyone's like, I want to quit so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like you walk in one, they're just like, do your work, shut up, and then the next one's like, hi kids, okay, so today we're just gonna, you know what, we're just gonna watch a movie because I'm like such a good mood.
It was interesting because there was also the one dean, the female dean, ran the girls' club, and you would have thought it would have been like the most strict, because she's like the extremely strict type of person.
I think she used to work in like a boot camp of some sort. Like
She used to work in a military boot camp. Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's
like
why.
she would have bass in her voice.
Yeah, but as soon as that girls' club started, you would have thought like, all right, girls, we're doing this. No, she's like, so spill the tea.
Yeah, she would like actively sit down, bring us snacks, like bring us water and stuff, and be like, all right, so who did this? Who did that?
You're good.
And like, it was funny because I do vividly remember her, like, you know, I remember one time I did have gossip with the ex-bestie I've been talking about. I remember sitting there like talking my head off about it because it was like so terrifying. But it was like actually kind of funny as well because the ex-bestie, I'm just gonna call her Ian.
Yeah, there you go.
Ian.
Ian. So
Ian was like reported Willow, and they didn't even describe Willow like how they are. They just said, "Oh,
the fat girl."
yeah, the fat girl." So the counselor turned to me and was like, "All right, you're probably friends with them. Who are they?" I'm not snitching.
She's like, I don't know. I know a lot of plus size people.
Yeah, like I tried to act like all innocent, like, well, what do you mean? I'm friends with a lot of plus size people. I don't discriminate. In the back of my mind, I'm just like, I am not snitching on my friend.
Yeah, she knew exactly who she was talking about. I don't even know what she reported me for.
She reported you for encouraging violence.
How did I encourage violence?
Yeah,
What did I do?
If anything, me and Willow were actively trying to stop the violence. We were like, yeah, beat her ass. We were just like, no, stop it.
Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say too much because I had moments where I'm like, I'm gonna kill you type moments.
Yeah.
But so at that time we had a friend group where that person started a lot of drama between a lot of other people.
Yeah.
And it just sometimes, most of the time we were able to ignore it, but sometimes it would be so bad where I would actually go up to her and be like, if you say one more thing, I will take your neck and snap it.
Yeah.
Like, I actually did actively threaten her at one point.
Yeah, because I think like she was trying to get on my nerves by talking about my cat that unfortunately recently passed away. Annabelle, I will forever miss you. And like she was like actively trying to get me angry because of it. And Will was like, hey, do it again. I will hurt you. Because, you know, like my pets are a very touchy subject. I love my little babies.
Yeah, she is a fur mother.
Yeah. And like just hearing her talk about Annabelle like that not only made me really upset, but made Willow upset as well. So I was like, oh god, this is not gonna end up pretty if she doesn't shut up.
Yeah, I just realized we just kind of got into like the fighting category.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's okay.
Yeah, YouTube, don't demonetize us. We're good. We promise.
Semi.
Semi-good.
To a point.
To a point.
We're innocent when we want to be.
Yeah. And, like, I think I remember another dean. This is like one time I got framed for looking up naughty things. And the dean actually believed me. And I was like, dude. But he actually believed me and called my parents about it. And my parents were like, what do you want us to do? She's gonna be going through like hormones and stuff. It's puberty.
I got accused of it, but I never actually looked up anything.
Yeah.
So when they looked at my search history for my link to my school account.
Oh.
Yeah, they looked through my search history based on my school account, and the only thing that they saw on there that they kind of like got concerned about was I was really insecure at the time, and I would look up like, oh, how to lose weight, how to
be pretty.
Yeah.
All that. Like, I think I remember one time you looked up how to be a good friend. I was like, you are a good friend.
No,
why are
because
you looking this up?
I don't know how to comfort people. I have that bad issue where like if someone's crying, I will sit there and be like,
please stop.
Stop it. No, like I would poke you to make you stop crying.
I think I remember one time we were watching like one episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Spoiler alert for a Battle Tendency. I was crying because like Caesar Zeppeli died, and they just kept poking me like, stop it.
Where's the reboot button?
Where's the reboot button?
I don't like this.
I don't know. Maybe yank her hair. They did not pull my hair.
I didn't pull her hair, but I did like poke her ribcage.
Yeah, and then I made like a weird yelping sound, and you're like, oh, how about I just braid your hair?
Yeah, I don't know how to braid at all, so I ended up just knotting the hell out of the one side of her head, and I felt so bad.
And then you had to like sit for like 2 hours brushing it out.
Yeah, I ended up just matting her hair, and I felt so bad because I'm like, I don't know how to braid. Now I do, kind of. I know the gist of it. I can do like a regular braid. I can't like.
I can't do anything. I'm like really good with like string and stuff because I used to like make jewelry. But I remember you were just like actively like violently brushing my hair.
Yeah, I was so surprised that there was like no cuts or anything.
Yeah, it was just a minor headache, and I was like, huh, okay.
It is 89 degrees outside.
Jesus Christ, it is.
I know that's off topic, but Jesus.
Yeah, it's really hot where we are. Hey, that's actually really good.
Yeah, I had to show a picture of my first ever braid I did with myself.
Yeah.
I was so proud. But yeah, I think that's about it when it comes to school.
Yeah, like during school.
Yeah, like, well, yeah, when it comes to school in general,
yeah.
I feel like
that's it.
Not really. I also had like really good times with a different friend group before I met you.
Yeah.
That I could get into.
Will's not excluding me, guys.
Yeah, I'm not excluding her. I just didn't know her at the time. So yeah. I had some pretty good times. Because I did have another friend group where, and I think you've met some of them.
Yeah.
For privacy reasons, I'm gonna switch up the names.
Yeah.
I had a friend who was also plus size, but we would also make fun of him because he was Asian.
Yeah.
We would make fun of each other all the time.
We're not racist.
Anyways. No, yeah, we're not. But he would make fun of himself, so we all kind of just, like, tagged along with it. Yeah. He would run around saying how he would eat people's pets and stuff like that.
They
like
make
as a
fun
joke.
of me because I'm German.
Yeah.
And Irish.
I'm gonna call him Zoe.
Zoe.
Because closest to his actual name, but so closest to his actual name, we're just gonna keep it Zoe.
Zoe. Zoe, if you're watching this, I miss you.
Zoe's not. That's not okay.
I miss you, Zoe.
Yeah, we miss Zoe. Zoe was cool. But he was the type of friend like, oh, I'll bully the crap out of you till you cry, but if anyone else does it to you, I will beat them. I will kill them.
I think I remember one time someone did make fun of me, and like you and him both collectively just started attacking them.
Yeah, we were very dangerous together. He was also my first ever like in school crush.
You had a crush on Zoe? I never realized that.
Yeah. I actually. It was weird because we liked each other, but we never ended up being a thing.
Yeah, I think I was like encouraging it because I was like, "Come on, get together."
Yeah, it was like, oh, hey, She would jokingly be like, "Oh, I ship you guys. I think you guys look so cute together."
Like I was trying to push them in the right direction until Zoe's like, "Nah, they don't like me. Willow doesn't like me."
I did, and when I told him about it, he wasn't even allowed to date anyway. So that's the only reason why we didn't do anything. He was a goody two shoes, like follow the rules to
kind
a T.
man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm a good person, but if you dare hurt my friends, I will annihilate you. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I can deal with this.
It was so. It was also interesting too because in that friend group we had another friend. We're gonna call her A.
Yeah.
A was very keen on like fandoms, writing fan fiction, and
yeah, I remember.
Me and her wrote a whole story about a zombie apocalypse with our class. It was so cool.
I remember. Oh my god, when I used to be like heavy in my Danganronpa phase, she would like ship me with the damn chef. She would ship me with the chef because I really liked cooking. Ironically enough, if you know One Piece, I adore Sanji. So me liking chefs just never left. Or me just liking fictional anime men that can cook and would just be like, oh, my princess, my queen, Brock. I love them.
We also had this other friend, call him Nevin for privacy reasons. Nevin, he was the teacher's pet that no one liked. He was like he was the kid to remind the teacher that homework.
Excuse me,
about
homework.
Yeah, he was that kid. He was a cool dude to hang around though, like after school, cause we used to play video games with him. He was a really huge Rainbow Six Siege fan.
Yeah, he was like that one friend that would have like the PS6 before the PS6 even came out, like one of those kids.
Yeah, he was pretty cool though.
He would actively give me his Game Boy and just be like, okay, so we're gonna play like Call of Duty or something. Here you go, you catch me a Sylveon. Yay!
No, but he, it was weird because in middle school we used to be bestest of friends, but then high school rolled around, he completely ignored me. Like, he didn't even, like, acknowledging my existence. He didn't want to do that.
Nevin, if you're watching this, I completed that Pokedex for you.
Oh god, that sounds like the most yandere thing.
I completed that Pokedex for you.
I completed the Pokedex. I know it's been a couple years, but the Pokedex is done.
No, because he still owes me that $25.
Oh, yeah,
because he said, I'll give you $25 if you sit there quiet and finish the Pokedex. I completed the whole game for him.
Yeah, he still never gave you the money.
So Nevin, if you're watching this, where's my $25?
It was funny though, because Nevin would always draw maps from the game.
Yeah.
And he would like show his art style. He couldn't draw worth anything. He could not even write his own game. It was just chicken scratch. I'm sorry.
We're sorry if you're watching this, Nevin. But at the same time, we're not.
I'm not. You know what? You're sorry. I'm not. Nevin was a interesting character.
I remember another thing is like, he would always talk about Minecraft, like the new updates. At the time, I wasn't like into Minecraft, so I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. But
he was a stereotypical Minecraft kid before stereotypical Minecraft kid was a thing.
He was like, did you hear about the new Minecraft update? I heard like
he talks exactly like that too.
Like, I heard that they made the beds like different colors. I was like, oh,
did you hear the Endermans can't go in the water? He talked like that as well. That's the sad part. I was like, oh no.
And like we knew there was like something special about the kid up like, you know, up in the head.
No, he was perfectly fine.
Really?
Yeah, according to his mom and all, he was perfectly fine.
He probably was just one of the socially awkward kids that didn't have that many friends and just like didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, that's what happened. But in high school, he started gaining more popularity.
And he just said, "Screw you." So we were like, "Oh, okay."
So he actually dropped me because I was not a very popular kid in high school because I kept to myself a lot. It wasn't because of like. Yeah, it was kind of how I looked and all as well. Yeah, but it was also because I didn't really interact with anyone. So when I tried to interact with him, because I already knew him,
It was kind of
He-
just like, oh, who
no.
are you, bro?
No, he didn't even say who are you. He just like, you know how in the Disney movies where if someone's getting ignored, they would walk past you and like knock you in the shoulder type.
Yeah, like
It was like a Disney ignore type situation. It
I
was
remember
so
you
stupid.
telling me about that, and I was like, what the freak is he doing?
Yeah, it's like that's not the Nevin we know.
Yeah, that wasn't
But-
the Nevin we know. The Nevin we knew would tell us like useless facts about Pikachus and stuff.
No, he wasn't even in the Pokemon. That's a funny thing.
Yeah, I was the walking Pokedex. I'd like randomly go up to you, just, did you know a Squirtle weighs like 20 pounds?
Yeah, but he wasn't really into Pokemon like that. He just wanted you to collect Pokemon so you'd shut up.
Yeah, just like, hey, you're not good with FPS. Just here, Sun and Moon. Yeah, look, pretty gym leaders. I didn't even like the gym leaders. I liked the main antagonist, Guzma. He was.
And we can't forget, for privacy reasons again, Medi. Medi or Med. So he was a very interesting person as well. For
Very
the longest
interesting
time,
specimen.
I will admit I thought he was gay.
Me too, cause like in the way he would talk, like how Family Guy would interpret gay people, and I was like,
Like the feminine gay. He
Yeah.
talked the feminine gay. But turns out he was actually just a femboy.
yeah, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
I didn't know that until like after graduating high school and all, and I actually bumped into him at where he worked at the time. He used to work at the grocery store down the street. Yeah, and I was checking out, and he was the cashier when I was checking out. And I was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?"
Are you gay?
No, I didn't ask him if he was gay. I saw him wearing a skirt and all, and I'm just like, it didn't click right away. I still assumed, I'm like, oh, okay, so you're a feminine gay.
Like that's
And
cool.
Yeah, and he tells me, he's like, yeah, I gotta go meet up with my girlfriend later, and this, that, and the third.
Girlfriend?
Yeah, I was so confused. I'm like, I had to, that's when I stopped him. I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to come off as mean or weird or anything, but I do want to ask, because I've wondered this for a while. What is your sexuality? And he turned around, he's like, I'm straight, but I am a cross-dresser, and I'm a femboy.
Like, ooh,
So
that's cool.
Yeah, you know, it's cool. Like, I can't say nothing. I cross-dress too. Like,
Do what makes you happy, as long as it's legal.
as long as it's legal. Yeah, it's alright. Do whatever makes you happy, as long as you're not hurting yourself.
Yeah, and
or others.
Medi was also like the one kid that had a huge manga collection. I remember his like the
No,
bookshelf.
she wasn't really in anime like that. You're thinking of someone else.
Yeah, I am. I think it was A. Was
You're-
it A?
You're thinking of Samaj.
Samad. Yeah, he took me to his house one time and was like, "You want to read my manga?" Just like pointed to this
He was also
gigantic bookshelf.
He was also one of our femboy friends. Actually, he's not he anymore. He's actually a she now.
Yeah.
At the time, he was he came out as a femboy, or she came out as a femboy. But after or during high school, she transitioned.
Yeah, if you're watching this, we love you. I really do miss you. Like, when Willow couldn't hang out, I would always go to your house. I'm sorry if I was ever annoying you, but if you're watching this, I miss you.
Yeah, Medi didn't watch anime at all.
Yeah.
He was more into, like, musicals and stuff like that.
Right, yeah, that's how he showed. I think that's when I first was like, oh my god, I love this.
I feel like, well, Medi was also really a huge Glee fan. Me and Medi really loved Glee at the time.
So I was like, is there anything that I'll like?
Yeah, and then we got into Hamilton, and then
Yeah,
all
'cause,
three of
like,
us got into Hamilton.
He like said in the most nicest way, "You're gay, Hamilton."
It wasn't even nice. He said it exactly like that, too.
Just-
He's like, I sense you're gay, Hamilton.
That's how I think later on I discovered Steven Universe, and I was like, ooh, damn it.
Well, no, at the time, yeah, because I was really into Adventure Time when you discovered Steven Universe. I didn't get into my Steven Universe phase till like last year. And I know that's not last year. When the movie came out? When did the movie come out? Like
When?
2020, right?
Yeah, I think 20 something.
Yeah, because my mom was still around till it was like 2020.
Yeah.
That is
so sad. Oh my god.
I just realized that's a sad analogy to go off
Just
of.
like, oh, my mom was alive when the movie came out. Oh.
So yeah, like 2020. But yeah, like around 2020, I got into Steven Universe.
Yeah, I was like so against it because I was like, they changed the main character. Yeah, I
They
until
didn't
like
change the main character. It just made him older.
yeah, until like I saw him. Yeah, I was like one of those people. Like I didn't like that the fact that they made Steven older, but until like I actually was like, you know what? I'll cave and watch it. It was really good, and Spinell was wow. I love Spinell so much.
I was actually the one to convince you to watch the movie because
Yeah,
I didn't
'cause-
want to watch it by myself, but I really wanted to watch it. And I was like,
Yeah.
hey, come with me to see this movie.
Yeah.
You have to. I even like I remember showing up to your house.
You went in my room, picked me up, and just walked out with me, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you were still in your pajamas. You're like, wait, let me get changed at least.
Can I at least get changed?
It was actually really funny. It was cool though.
Because like I think it was at theater. Was it in theater or did you like
No.
yeah, you made like a little homemade theater.
Yeah, it was at my house at the, well, my apartment at the time. And in my room, in my room, I just made a like makeshift theater thing. I had a bunk bed, and I
Yeah.
put 2 large quilts around it so it would like be darkened. And I had a like little laptop thingy.
Yeah, like a projector.
No, not a projector. It was just a laptop.
Oh yeah.
I was too broke for a projector. You really think I had money for a projector? The laptop itself was already from like 19 something.
All right, guys. Have
Like,
a good day. Thank you.
You too. And like we also sorry about that. But we also like had snacks. I brought the snacks and stuff. Like I go puffed it. And
GoPuff wasn't a thing back then.
and what did we do? I think we
Uber
did.
Uber Eats and DoorDash wasn't around until we got older.
Yeah, so I think. Oh no, we
So-
went to like Five Below, got a bunch of like, these weird snacks,
Like Dollar Tree, Five Below,
and then
stuff
we
like that.
just went home.
And we went not Chinatown, but we went to like an Asian market
Yeah.
around in the area, and we
They
got
had,
some
like,
stuff.
these- yeah, they had like these the sakura tea. Oh my god, it was so good.
Not the soccer. I like the chocolate, like the chocolate mushroom biscuit things.
Those were really good.
I forget what they're called,
Yeah,
but yeah, they were really really good.
and we bought. The thing is, we didn't even finish the snacks. We like only ate the Japanese and like Asian snacks. We didn't eat the American things.
Well, it was still okay because my mom and my dad, well, my stepdad ended up eating them, so
Yeah.
they didn't go to waste.
Don't waste food here, kids.
Yeah, we don't waste food. But we also used them for like other movie nights after that. 'Cause we did do horror movies and stuff like that as well.
Every October, you'd like drag me, like, all right, come on, we're watching a horror movie.
Yeah, I'm very huge in Halloween. Halloween
Yeah.
is like one of my favorite holidays.
I remember when, like, before the new Saw movies came out, we would like watch the entirety of Saw.
Not the new
Not
Saw
in the
movies.
yeah, not like the new movies, like the old ones.
At the time they were
Yeah, I didn't know what Saw was, and I was like, oh, it can't be that bad. I'm not that scared of. Oh, Jesus! What is he doing with that axe?
It's like he cut off his own foot for nothing.
Like exactly. The reverse bear trap. I remember like actively hiding in Willow's like shoulder because I was like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, I love. It was funny because Violet was like, "Oh my god, it's so gory," and I'm just sitting
You're over there
watching
like,
it, like
you're like drinking this cherry juice, just like as if it was like special juice, like delicious.
I was so unfazed by it.
Yeah, me on
I
the
grew
other
up
hand.
watching horror movies.
Yeah, me on the other hand, I was like, I don't want to watch this.
It was funny because when I was like 3 or 4, I actually figured out how to use the DVD player at home. So when my parents would put me to bed watching Dora the Explorer, I would sneak out of bed and change it to Child's Play.
Oh my god,
Like, I wish I was joking. You can even ask like my family.
that's actually kind of
Yeah,
funny.
I would. So the first words or the first full sentence that my family actually heard me say was not even a sentence of like, "Oh, I want juice" or something. It was a quote from Child's Play saying, "Open the goddamn door, Andy."
I can just imagine like, babe, she's gonna say her first sentence. Open the goddamn door, Andy. What?
No, I locked myself in my own closet, and I thought I was the only one home because my parents would do that sometimes. They would leave me home alone. It would only be for like 20 minutes, not
Yeah.
even. It would only be for like 20 minutes, and they would come back. So during those 20 minutes, I would play like make believe or imaginary because my brothers didn't live with me.
Yeah, and like you're a kid. What more can you do?
Yeah, so I locked myself in my closet and I was shaking the handle violently, So my mom just comes into the house and all she hears is the door rattling.
Rattle.
And I didn't hear her in the house, so I didn't know she was home. And all she hears is, in a little kid voice, "Open the goddamn door, Andy!
Oh my god.
Hello!" Like,
Believe it or not, I think my first word was no. I remember my mom told me, like, oh, I was gonna ask you, hey, do you want juice? No. Like, I said it so angrily as a kid, too. Just, you want juice? No.
my parents actually recorded my first word.
Oh my
They
God.
actually have it on cassette tape.
What was it?
It was yes. But the way
Mine
I
was no,
said it,
yours was yes.
but the way I said it was so weird. It was like I forgot my mom asked. My mom asked me something, and all you hear is me and on the cassette tape going yes, yes.
Yes.
I had a really bad lisp, and I still do to this day, but it's
Yeah.
not as bad as it was when I was younger. I sound like Sylvester the Cat when I was younger. So I like every time I would say yes, it would be yes, yes.
I had a speech impediment in elementary where my R's would be W's, and
Oh, not the.
yeah,
Oh.
and I would get so angry because, like, if I say wedding ring,
Wedding wing.
Yeah, I'll say wedding ring by accident. And I remember one time I got so angry because this one paragraph had nothing but R's in elementary, and I just looked at my teacher like, "You're trying to sabotage me, aren't you?"
Don't get angry now.
Hey, don't get angry. I'm not
No.
gonna get angry this time.
No, I don't. I would get annoyed by that as well. Like that would.
Cause like he knew what he was doing too. Cause he smirked at me, and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I had growing up. I didn't have just issues with S. I had issues with CH and Z as well. So I would say chair as like share.
Share. I want to sit on the chair.
Yeah, like I want to sit on a chair. But I would say CH instead of Z. So I was like, look at the chibra.
Chibra.
Chibra. It's like, oh, the chibra. Like, no, it's not a chibra. The zebra, not a chibra. That's what makes me, because my boyfriend's talked to me before about having kids, and that's what makes me so paranoid about
Yeah,
that.
because I'm like,
I'm
what
like,
if,
oh, I
like-
don't want them to inherit any of that.
yeah, I'm like, what if my kids inherit my speech impediment? like-
it's so horrible. It's horrible to think about, because it puts you in that state of worry and that state of like.
Because you're like, I don't want my child to get like bullied or anything because they speak differently.
Because you know what that pain is. You've gone through
Yeah,
it.
like you've gone through it, and you're like, I don't want that to happen to my baby, like not my kid.
Not my child.
Yeah.
It's still something you would have to work on, but at the same time, it's okay, I guess.
Yeah,
it's not nothing major. It can, obviously, from us talking, it can be something that can be fixed.
Yeah.
But the fact that it happens in the first place, that's what that fear is.
Yeah, because like my mom used to have it, so lucky old me had to have it as well. So yeah, like I'm just like, I want kids, but what if they deal with that? Like I don't want them to deal with what I had to deal with in elementary. That's not fun.
Yeah.
Especially like how kids are nowadays. No, thank you.
Neither of my parents had speech impediment. Actually, none of my family actually had a speech impediment up until my generation. So it was because me and my cousin both have a speech impediment with a lisp. As you know, my mom had a slight lisp, but she's never had a lisp like in childhood,
Yeah.
or at least not that I know of or that I'm aware of. I can ask my grandmother about it, but yeah, no, none of them had a lisp. I think that's about it. That's all we could talk about today.
Yeah.